Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 8, Episode 8 of Eldritch Horror, the Dreamlands expansion, and we are on Turn 9. Quick shout out to Tales of Yellow Sign, Volume 1 and 2. You can check those out in the link. And let's get into turn number 9. So, first off, we've got... Carolyn Fern, the psychologist. She's up in Cephalus. The active mystery has moved, or the dream quest has moved up to the Enchanted Wood. So I think, well, first of all, we'll know that Heart of Africa man, our Dr. Vincent Lee, is going to go off to the Blessings of the Nodin's Otherworldly Dreams. He will also, I think that's about it that he'll do. I think that looks fine. He can gain, yeah, and then next will be, let's have him try to gain a, no, he cannot gain that, so let's just have that. We'll have Cephalus goes out to the Underworld Unknown Kadath. Let's have her have a Dalathleen encounter, and we'll have the moon go off to Istanbul or Unknown Kadath. Let's have her go back to Unknown Kadath. He'll go back to Dalathleen, and maybe they're going to skirt through the dimensions. She can go from and then try to close this in her next round. Okay? We'll also have her get a... And no clues here. We will read the active mystery here. So turn 9, it says, the hubris of man. Once thought to be myth, a key of insurmountable power might be used to release humanity from the shackles that bind it to the Dreamlands. Stifling hypnosis, captivating a lullaby. Hypnosis captivating a lullaby. Once thought to be a myth, a key of insurmountable power might be used to release humanity from the shackles that bind it to the Dreamlands. Stifling hypnosis, captivating a lullaby. If an investigator would gain an artifact, he may gain the Elder Key artifact instead. Wow. Okay, so we got to try to get the Elder Key artifact. So let's get on with it. We will jump to our investigator, Carolyn Fern. She'll start us off with a encounter an Unknown Kadath, which really is just going to be a... Actually, maybe she'll just stay in... No, she has to get to Unknown Kadath to leave, right? She needs to get to Arkham. So let's have her go to Unknown Kadath. Oh, she can actually use a ship token. Unknown Kadath 1, and then ship token from Arkham. She can go through to London. We'll use that ship token, even better. So let's have her try to close the active mystery. It's even better. Okay, so... the Render of the Veils says, Dawaloth, the Render of the Veils, has shattered the prison crafted by his captors. A rampaging outer god pushes infinitely outward wherever tears in reality appear. When this card has been played, spawn the gate monster, the Renderer of the Veil. If an investigator would gain an artifact, he may now gain the pentagonal planes of artifacts instead. Play with the top gate and the gate stack revealed. Okay, so she's up against the Render of the Veil. So let's have her go ahead and do that encounter. And start out with the mental encounter. 5. And passed. Next is the strength encounter. We actually get quite a number of... So first of all, when resolving... To reduce the horror of the monster to a minimum because of the occult grimoire. Also... She is able to get +3, +1, +2, gain +1. Okay, so she's able to roll for the strength roll, and she's also able to re-roll Okay, so she's done only 2 damage to the creature, so that means she'll take damage as well. So she has to take the remaining 3 damage, so she's down to 1. But she can continue to attack one more time. And she has slain the Render of the Veil. When is defeated, solve this rumor. If the investigator would gain an artifact, he may gain the pentacle instead. So the gaining the artifact of the pentacle, but we want to gain a different artifact, which is the Elder Key artifact instead. So which one do we really need? The Pentacle of the Plains artifact. Let's have her get that when it seems important. The Pentacle of the Plains artifact. Pentacle of the Plains artifact. This is all about artifact collection, right? So this is sort of the Pentacle of the Plains artifact. Okay, let's go through one more time. I don't see it. So the Pentacle of the Plains artifact. And this one is called the Elder Key artifact. So Pentacle of the Plains or Elder Key. Here's the Elder Key artifact, and the Pentacle of the Plains artifact is nowhere to be seen. Is it down here? Pentacle of the Plains. Oh, Pentacle of the Plains. Okay, so she can gain the Pentacle of the Plains artifact. Let's see if she flips. She can flip it if she wants to. Let's just give it to her for now. She gains the Pentacle of the Plains artifact. And we still have to get this Elder Key artifact. So let's see when we can get that one, if we gain another artifact, or we can swap it by the end of the turn, something like this, okay? So then go ahead and do we encounter the gate as well? I guess we have to encounter the gate. So let's go through the gate as well. It's the future. You find yourself, and it also is a thematic one. You find yourself wading through endless rivers of time, indecipherable visions of past, present, and future dragging at your legs, trying to pull you under. You steel yourself and try to make headway against the raging currents. Well, it's a strength test, so this is quite helpful for her. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then if you hold fast in the myriad avenues of the future blossoms being sold, you hold fast in the myriad avenues of the future blossoms into being. Close this gate. The present is already forming around you, and your only path is yet unwritten. I have a test. If you pass, emerge triumphant, gain a boon condition. So she gains a boon condition. Well, that's awesome. A boon condition. If you would gain another blessed condition. Okay, she's got a boon condition, blessed. And now let's move to, so London is cleared. Let's go on to... one thing I want her to do, just in case, is she's going to give... Okay, that's fine. No worries. Let's go to Vincent Lee, the doctor. He is going to have this encounter. So, the blessings of Noddins, Otherworldly Dreams 3, Groups of ghouls huddle together and watch you warily as you descend deeper into the abyss, some of them scurrying from the darkness to notify their master of your approach. Okay. As an encounter, the investigator in the underworld may search the deck for the Underworld Dream Quest encounter and solve it. So the Underworld Dream Quest encounter. Search the deck for the Underworld Dream Quest encounter. Is it here? No. Is it here? The Underworld Dream Quest encounter. Okay, so we've got to go to the Underworld Dream. So basically, take an Underworld Dream Quest encounter, and it's going to be here. Here's an Underworld Dream Quest encounter. Okay, put these back. Underworld Dream Quest encounter. So he can do an so here's the Underworld Dream Quest encounter. It says the Underworld. The vaults of Zen are a winding maze of tunnels. The endless twists and turns, as well as the constant attacks by gas, push you to the brink of complete and utter despair. So Dr. Vincent Lee will roll his test. Passing. The ordeal has made you stronger. Gain a talent condition. This guy with the talent. Headstrong. He can roll a test to not lose sanity. You may find a rare treasure. Gain 1 artifact. Awesome. Well, here we go. So we're going to gain our artifact, but instead we will gain the Elder Key. So it says if an investigator would gain an artifact, he may gain the Elder Key artifact instead. As an encounter, the investigator that has the Elder Key artifact and is on unknown Kadath may attempt to free humanity from the grasp of Hypnos. Okay, so he has to take this. Vincent Lee has to go up to unknown Kadath to sort of wrap this out. And I think he can get to there by popping out to Ulthor, going across, and then going up to unknown Kadath. So that'll be his path. He's also completing this adventure. After resolved encounter, he may spend 1 focus to gain a composed condition. Whether he spends a focus or not, we complete the adventure. So we've completed this adventure. He is not going to gain another one. He has so many of those talents. I think he's fine. So we've completed the 3rd adventure. So awesome for Vincent Lee. He has got the Elder Key. So that means he's going to go off to unknown Kadath to do that final encounter. So let's just place this on unknown Kadath just so we kind of see that that's where it is. And we will now advance. Oh wait, one more thing was Luke Robinson has to do a Dalathleen encounter. So we've got the Dalathleen cards here, and we have Dalathleen. A dreamer falls overboard into the southern sea. You take a deep breath and dive into the water. Wow, he takes a deep breath. He dives into the water. And also, if he has... Okay, that's not that one. He passes. If you pass, the dreamer is saved. Gain 1 random ally asset from the deck. So gain 1 random ally asset from the deck. And we gain the Arcanist. The Arcanist. When you gain this card from the deck, gain 2 spells, then discard 1 spell. Okay, so let's go and grab 2 spells. And we get... Binding or Mists of Rilea. Well, he already has a skip monster, so he's going to take the Binding spell, which can reduce a monster to 1 damage to 1 for the round. Then it says, okay, if you fail, so Dalathleen, great card, great success. So that'll be our encounter phase for turn 9. Let's jump into our Mythos card. Right? And down the rabbit hole we go. It says, you see more than other worlds. You can see the spaces between worlds. You feel a crushing certainty that this is the other space that will find the answers for you. You believe that the only way to restore sanity is to dive headfirst into madness, down the rabbit hole. So first off, we advance the active mystery. We have a gate open with that. So Doom advances to 9. We do our reckoning, which every investigator moves towards the Dreamlands, which means she will move toward Arkham, and everyone else moves, they're already in the Dreamlands, so that's okay. And then we do another reckoning for any monsters. The star spawn, we roll 1 die. Does Doom advance? No, it does not. Any reckonings here in the cards? Reckoning, no. Reckoning, no conditions. We've got a boon condition. There's a reckoning. Roll a 1 or 2. If you roll a die, a 1 or 2, discard this card. 1, her boon condition is discarded. Okay, so that's a reckoning. And then finally is the last lead investigator loses 1 sanity, then discard this card. Okay, so we're going to grab 1 sanity from here. We discard this card. And down the rabbit hole, reckoning phase is complete, and then discard this card. And then each investigator on a space containing a gate may gain a lost in time and space to close 1 gate on his space. Anybody on a space with a gate? No. But we do get to spawn a gate. So we can spawn a gate on Atlantis Space 8. We will get a monster for that as well. And reaching back into the monster bag, we get a moon beast again. Moon beast spawns on Atlantis. Atlantis Rising with a moon beast. Wow. And let's go ahead and call it a turn. So excellent turn. Lots of great progress. We're really close to closing the final mystery. Let's go ahead, extra innings. We'll jump to turn 10. And let's see what we can do to wrap things up here. So first of all, we'll have our hero. She's going to rest firstly. She will rest to gain back another health point and another sanity point here. And she will move up to the hubris of men. We'll also have Dalathleen. We'll have Luke also spend a ship token to take him to Unknown Kadath as well. And we will have Vincent Lee go to Ulthor. And maybe he's going to try to do that last Enchanted Woods encounter or cut across to Dalathleen. With Enchanted Woods, he can cut through to the moon, Unknown Kadath, to the Underworld. Well, Underworld he can go here, but I don't think that's necessary. Okay, so let's get into the encounters phase then. So in the encounter phase, first off, our lead investigator will encounter so she's on that same space. She will borrow the Elder Key from Vincent Lee. She's going to attempt to free humanity from the grasp of Hypnos. She's going to use her lore, plus she gets... actually, maybe she should let Luke Robinson go first on this one. So Luke Robinson will actually go ahead with this one. Luke Robinson can go ahead and use his ability to roll an additional die when solving a lore. So he has to do lore encounter for Hypnos. The hubris of man. He gets the lore encounter plus an additional die. Plus, when you pass a strength test, he can improve his. Oh, that's fine. Plus, he can use focus to re-roll the dice. So he's got focus here. So let's go ahead and get ready for him to. Let's get ready for him to play. You can also see what the next card is because he's got that. So it's Rilia again. Oh no, Rilia was already on the board, I believe. No. So Rilia is the next space. So let's go ahead. So he passes the test. So he's going to attempt to free humanity from the grasp of Hypnos. If he passes, he may spend clues equal to number and discard one task asset to solve this mystery. So he can spend 2 clues. Luke Robinson spends 2 clues. He can discard one task asset. So he can borrow a task asset from Carolyn Fern. Yes. Okay, so we discard the asset, and then we solve this mystery. So this mystery is solved, but we have to wait till after the. We have to wait until after the. What do we call it? We have to wait till after the mythos phase. He also gets his strength improved by 1, so let's give him improved strength from his Crux of Sano Crush. Okay, so meanwhile we'll have Carolyn Fern, the psychologist, just have an encounter on unknown Kadath. She encounters wilderness. Nothing grows in the dusty gray landscape. And the air makes you sick to your stomach. So the air makes her sick to her stomach. She rolls. And she passes. If you pass, you use extra time to practice a new craft, gain 1 talent condition. If you fail, exhaustion leads way to sickness, lose 1 health. So she gains a talent condition. That's great. And let's have her keep that. And now finally we're going to have a encounter in Ulthor, the city of cats, with Dr. Vincent Lee. The Temple of the Elder Ones is a healing sanctuary. Recover one's sanity. You pray to the gods that look upon you with favor. And he gets to roll. If you fail, the god's wrath strikes you down. Gain an injury condition. So he fails and he gains an injury condition. So he's now injured. Gain 1 injury condition. So he has an injury condition here. When he performs a rest action, it'll give him a problem. Oh, but he can also avoid having an injury with his bandages card. So he can use his bandages to prevent himself from losing health. So that will counteract each other later, but let's just hold on to it for now. So Ulthor card is finished. Okay, awesome. This is looking very good. I think we're real close here. Let's try our Mythos card. So we're on turn 10 Mythos phase. Best man for the job. We advance the rumor to 1. We do not have that gate open. So we do not have a surge there, but we do a reckoning. Each investigator moves 1 space closer to the Dreamlands. They're all in the Dreamlands. So not a problem. Then we also have to do any reckonings from these cards. We have an internal injuries reckoning. We test his strength here. Passes. He loses 1 health and he keeps the card. So his internal injury. Well, he doesn't want to discard that, so he'll just take the 1 health injury. He can keep his bandages for later. And then next is okay, so then next is a reckoning of the star spawn. The star spawn rolls a single die. On a 1 or a 2, we advance doom by 1. So we are now, the doom is advanced to 8. We also have a reckoning of the Wraith. The Wraith says, first there's the Wraith, the Witch. Each investigator has a cursed condition, loses 1 health, and nobody has a cursed condition. So no one loses that, so that's a fine reckoning. Next we have the Crazed Mob. Again, we roll the die. No, doom does not advance, as usual. Lastly, any other reckonings here? There's no active rumor. Okay, reckonings are done. And then lastly, we have a monster spawn on Rillier. Monster spawns on Rillier. We get a carrier night gaunt, which is a cool looking creature here. Carrier night gaunt spawns, and that is going to be it. So let's read the rest of it. It says, best man for the job. You know that any others will be willing to give a burden if they could. But there simply is no other option. There is no one who both knows the dark secrets and possesses the rare expertise to knowledge that you have. Any investigator with a talent condition may gain a cursed condition. If the investigator gains a condition, if no investigator gains a condition, then the investigator loses 2 health and sanity. So let's have him gain a cursed condition. So he will gain, we'll have Vincent Lee, the doctor, gain a cursed condition. Only 6s count as successes from now on. But I believe that is going to wrap up the game for us. So it says, when Hypnos awakens, flip this card. So Hypnos does not awaken. And so that means that's the final mystery. The Lord of Sleep whispers softly to wayward dreamers, drawing them. When 3 mysteries have been solved, the investigators win the game. 3rd mystery has been solved at the end of the Mythos phase, so I believe we're good. Let's jump over to the investigators win card from the Hypnos victory. And we'll just kind of shuffle these up, and we'll grab one randomly. Okay, here we go. Hypnos' victory. He says, it's the Cats of Ulthor. Oh no, not Hypnos' victory. Sorry. Hypnos, investigator victory. Yeah, sure. Okay, I saw the Cats of Ulthor. Okay, here we go. The Cats of Ulthor. The search. Okay, the Cats of Ulthor. So as you guys know, I don't know if you guys know, but we're playing, these cards are called the Forgotten Endings. And the problem is Eldritch Horror doesn't have an ending if you win. Sort of like it's just it's not a very a climactic ending. So what we've done is we've kind of gone out from Board Games Geek and we've printed out, someone has made up these cool cards. We've modified them a bit here at Pontos, Fathom, Hobbies, and we're using these in most of our games. So Cats of Ulthor. Here's the text. The search for the menus of fighting Hypnos leads you to Ulthor. Ruler Kirinon tells you about the powerful magic of certain menes, due to which all the Cats of Ulthor learn to speak and understand human speech. After talking with the cats, you learn that menes comes from Talarion in the distant southern lands, from the distant southern lands, but he is not quite human. And anyone who penetrates this city will either die or will undergo terrible, irreversible changes due to the influences of Lady Loth's aura. Finding out the purpose of your searches, the cats offer a safe option. They themselves will battle Hypnos in exchange for that which the rest of your life. You will supply them here in Ulthor with the cat food national biscuit from the world of reality. You make an agreement with the cats, and soon indeed, the influences of Hypnos weakens. Ghouls who knew how to get from the world of dreams to the world of reality could also deliver the cat food, if only you can come to arrangement with their leader, Richard Pickman. Wow, this is great. So it's got Richard Pickman in here. The Cats of Ulthor is like, hey, we really love cat food from the world of the living. We'll take care of Hypnos for you. Can you just feed us cat food? This is such a Murakami kind of ending to this very bizarre Dreamlands game. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed playing this one. I think I'll do a standalone post-game, put the game back together, and we'll talk a little bit about Dreamlands. I'm going to make it an extended Dreamlands. I will do some readings in the next episode So make it episode 9, I suppose. We'll do an episode 9 post game. I'm going to do some readings from King in Yellow. I'm going to do some readings from Lovecraft's book. So if you guys want to come back for that, looking forward to wrapping the game up, and we'll put the game board away while we do it and just sort of make it a fun thing. It won't be one of our 30-second post games. It'll be a real content one. So check this out. I'll give you some readings from the books too, so maybe that'll interest you. Really appreciate you guys making it all the way through to this game, and hopefully post game will be interesting. We'll do something different, kind of make it a bit fun here, because I really kind of like to keep this Dreamlands vibe alive, and we'll kind of go through some of the other text around Dreamlands here. Looking forward to play this again. There's actually another great old one, and we can talk about that in the next wrap up too. So we'll see if we do another Dreamlands. Okay, thanks a lot. Like and subscribe if we've earned your subscription. We appreciate it, and see you on the next turn for post game wrap up. Some readings from the books, and appreciate you guys. Bye bye.